the match. All right, we just heard that we didn't have sound for the intro. We fixed the problem. Here we are. Welcome, everyone, for the semifinals, the last match of the semifinals for the Montreal Overwatch League. We will find out who will lead the charge in the final match that will take place next week between Windstorm Gaming and Concordia Esports. Joining me today, I have the expert himself.
Hello.
Once again, Demi, how you doing, man?
Not too bad, and you?
Not too
well.
bad. Yes, that would be the accurate description of my feelings right now because we have one hell of a match happening, but this will be a heartbreaker because Windstorm Gaming has been doing exceptionally well during the course of the season, and Concordia kind of came back from a lukewarm season and then proved that they were worthy of a championship run. Let's see what they have to offer today. I know you know the players much better than anyone else here. What do you think this match will look like today?
Well, it's been an interesting run for them. They started pretty mediocre in the start of the season, but have learned to play as a team together cohesively. And since then, they've improved dramatically. But tonight, will it prove fruitful versus Windstorm, who have dominated the season? Let's put it. They've played fantastic. They've only lost to rivals, I believe.
Yes, that is quite correct.
They didn't lose a single game earlier on this playoff, so we're looking forward to some good games tonight.
Mm-hmm. And they bullied their teams. That is their play style. They own it, and they have perfected it. Windstorm Gaming, quite an aggressive team. Going against a team like Concordia Esports, much more versatile in their play style. You said it last time we saw each other 2 weeks ago. Every single one of these guys can play anything and everything. So we need to look forward to seeing a game that is going to go places because Windstorm Gaming is going to be the aggressor and Concordia is probably going to try the more responsive approach, going to try to counteract every single movement forward from Windstorm. That's going to be interesting to me.
So I spoke to the Concordia team a little bit before this match, so they've prepared some spicy things tonight, so we might be in for a few surprises. We'll see if they come out. We know Conman loves his Doomfist, but I don't know if we'll see it tonight, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about spicy stuff, I want to see Sombra.
Some Meteor Strikes and some Sombra EMPs. That'd be pretty nice.
Look, there is nothing quite like disrupting an entire team with a good, well-placed Sombra ult. That can destroy a team fight, but also destroy momentum. When you go into a team fight and Sombra is there to stop you, man, there is nothing like that. It tilts anyone.
And I think Moira is activated this week, if I'm correct. She
is
activated in comp, so we should see her tonight.
Maybe we will, considering that she's been doing quite well for herself.
She's a really interesting character. If you look at her, and she does a ton of damage.
It's an incredibly damaging support that can offer the kind of healing that a character like Symmetra doesn't.
Yes.
Whereas Moira can dish out the damage. She's not incredibly mobile. She has the teleportation spell, which is pretty good, but besides that, not exactly the kind of flavor you go with a dive comp team, not the tankiest support either. So we're going to have compositions that are based around her, but I feel like Mercy is still going to see a bit of play today because, I mean, everybody's comfortable. Yeah, exactly. It's Mercy. It's the must
button.
Yeah, it's been the must pick for months now, and because of the change in meta with the arrival of Moira, maybe that's going to change, but man, if people are comfortable on Mercy, I don't see Moira seeing more play. Maybe a bit, but
Though the Moira, have you seen in Moira Coalescence Nano Boost stuff that's been going on?
I have not.
That's so nasty. It's so much damage. You just see a Reinhardt just go dead.
I'm looking forward to seeing quite nasty plays from Windstorm Gaming. I think
they'll be the ones to bring out the Moira
if anything, yes. Well,
most likely.
I mean, everybody can play pretty much every character in Concordia, but a specialized support from Windstorm Gaming might bring on the hurt with Moira. Who knows? Maybe we're going to see some cheekier things on that side. Maybe a Symmetra, depending on the map. I want to see things from Windstorm because we've been talking about them for weeks. They've been winning left and right. And right now, they are working towards possibly a championship run. They understand that they can if they work hard enough, they can probably beat rivals, which are waiting for them in the finals. They won yesterday against Mirage. I'm really looking forward to this match because Concordia basically coming from nothing and just asking Windstorm to move away.
They're the underdogs in this match, of course, but also, interestingly enough, if Windstorm does win tonight, in the finals, it's a whole different ballgame compared to the season where you have 3 maps that are chosen. So you have your best of 5 where the losing team will pick the map. Can throw it up.
It's an interesting setup. I do know that Rivals, they went second in the Grizzlies tryout. And in there, they were comfortable picking maps, and they understood pretty much what made them a good team. And that's really interesting. For a team that wants to go pro, for Rivals to understand every single step towards victory, and really pushing the envelope against Rocket Esports, I think that's going to be quite a factor, especially if Windstorm is going to be the team to go in the finals. If it's Concordia, I think the underdog effect will have Rivals probably trying to adapt as fast as possible, because I don't think this is a team they have in their sights, at least for the finals.
But definitely the playoffs have been a motivator factor for teams. We saw Sailor Scouts try and take it up a notch. Concordia definitely, I've just seen them internally. Their progress has been phenomenal. Just winning that game versus the Beaver Riders in their practice this week.
Oh yeah, that gives you a huge confidence boost.
Momentum boost and confidence, of course. And probably be looking forward to some good games tonight.
Motivation is always there, especially when we win games against teams you don't necessarily expect. If they can surprise Windstorm tonight, they will be headed in the finals, but they will have to surprise Windstorm tonight if they want to do so. Now, what are you expecting in terms of maps? Where do you think Concordia would be more comfortable? Where do you think Windstorm would be more comfortable?
So Concordia traditionally has favored the payload maps, so every escort map, so Kings Row, Eichenwald 2, they've been traditionally pretty good in. And I think Windstorm has been pretty decimating on King of the Hill maps. So
very difficult to deal with the onslaught of offense that Windstorm brings to the table whenever they go on a King of the Hill.
Once you get that point, they're really good at just denying you from getting back to that point. We saw them on Lijiang's spawn camp people, so...
Of course, and that's kind of their attitude towards the game. Never
Absolutely.
let the opponent gain any kind of distance, and when you're ahead, never slow down. And it's been working out for them, except for Rivals. Maybe they'll have to adapt. Maybe they'll have to find a new way to play if they get there. But in the meantime, Concordia is going to try to stop them from stop their momentum. They've been doing really well. Now, we are hearing that the first map will be Lijiang Tower, so
it's not the Ratto like we're in right now. Not behind us.
Not
No.
exactly, not quite. So, as we said, Windstorm might be favored on this map. Let's see, though. Concordia can do wonders on pretty much everything. They play really well under pressure. I'm really waiting for them to seal the deal on this one. And if they don't, then they have the opportunity to choose whatever map they please to give them themselves a bit of advantage.
Lijiang last week versus the Beaver Riders. They actually held that pretty well versus them. So we should see some standard strategies coming out, but as well, like who's going to control the spawn and the spawn exits first is going to be pretty telling of who's going to win this series.
I'm looking forward to this because I don't want Concordia to play stiff because they are at a disadvantage against a team that is probably more comfortable on that type of map. If they can be fluid, if they can go on the point, never let go, try their compositions and maintain that kind of synergy that we know they have, Windstorm is in danger here, even if they picked a practically perfect map. Maybe they didn't pick it. We didn't really get this kind of information. It was a coin flip after all, so maybe Concordia feels comfortable on this map. We don't have that kind of information quite yet, but in the meantime, we are almost ready to head into this game for Lijiang Tower. What are your expectations for this one?
Oof, I think it's going to be close. I know control points are now 3 rounds max. Hoping for a 2-1 for Windstorm maybe. 2-1 either way would be nice. I want Concordia to at least take a map off.
Okay, well, having Concordia win a single round could probably give them a bit of confidence going into the other maps because, of course, as we've said time and time again, they are the underdogs here, and if they win anything at this point, they can take that and run away with it. Concordia will run the usual team with JMKZ, Stealth, Conman, Mizo, Run, and Pink Panda. On the side of Windstorm Gaming, we have Blesna, Croissant, Wiz, Lord Sticky, Moneymaker, and The Plug. Here we go. We are starting this game in Lijiang Tower, and Blesna is trying to get the best vantage point possible. The Boop gonna have not a single target will get off the map in this particular situation. Still trying to shoot a bit of rockets there.
Miso gets the tank down. Doomfist falls. Genji falls as well. Concordia trying to hold on as their front line is getting sort of attacked, but they're holding on.
Good couple of trades for Concordia. They still trail behind. Windstorm Gaming will start ticking that clock. Contesting, though, Concordia.
Miso needs to live here.
Oh, beautiful. He's still going to die to Lord Sticky, but he's been contesting for a little while. Pink Panda going to revive him immediately on point 2, so that's very good for them. Concordia has the advantage. They just need to cap it.
This is good. They've held the point, and they completely nullified this offense. Still one person on point, but Lucio being on that point for so long kind of messes up their flow.
Very effective team fight so far, and Mizo dying on that point has been one of the highlights of this fight. Pink Panda had all the room available to revive him, and he did some work right after that.
He got 2 quick picks and stayed alive the entire time, except the end, but then got his revive. So,
and now they have 20%, and he has his ultimate. He can defend the point. Blesna still trying to hit rockets in the window. He's going to chase down the Mercy. Pink Panda is in a lot of danger. JamKZ with the ultimate. Again, can defend the point.
Miso gets Blesna. How?
Yeah. Moneymaker reviving Blesna, though.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful run with the Dragon Blade. JamKZ going for Blesna. Interesting fight so far. Concordia defending their point, 45% and going. JamKZ with a nice ultimate. Completely neutralizes the Plug.
Super good. They backspawn the tank, so now Windstorm has to wait again until their tank comes online. This is a lot of seconds wasted.
Effective strategy, 60% and going. Now Windstorm are in danger. Can they get on the point before the clock stops ticking and the bomb goes off for this first round?
Here we go again. Lord Sticky.
70%. Ooh, nice rocket on run. That's going to be important. One less DPS to do the work, and 3 kills with that ultimate. The Plug. Nice picks there. They are going to head onto this point. Uncontested. Windstorm will capture that one after 85% on the side of Concordia. A lot of work to do still, but they can do it.
So what we saw there was just ultimates being used well by Windstorm. They had 2 ults up compared to Concordia's 0, and that got them to point. The D.Va ult killed everyone, practically, so...
That's something they had to do. Concordia didn't have the advantage there, but right now they might. We have Conman with his ultimate. Let's see what he can do with it. Run also has his, but he is dead. No more Run, no more Concordia, as a matter of fact, as they get completely wiped by Windstorm defending their position.
It looks like Concordia's going to try for the next push. They have 3 ults up practically. Stealth Sound Barrier is coming up soon. So is Miso's Angry Monkey ult, so he should be the front line in this if we get a nice fight here on the side.
Blesna doing really well, harassing his opponents with those rockets, and Run is going to try to get on the
strike.
Conman.
He's looking.
He wants it. Oh, barely escapes on the grenade. He's almost dead. Can he get him? No, he can't. Beautiful.
Gonna reset here again from Concordia.
Croissant really dodging, dancing around Conman, finally escapes and kills him right afterwards. Really great play. Doesn't even use the ultimate. Still has access to the High Noon. Will probably have to use it at some point. Falling back, uses the High Noon. He's got a couple of targets.
Nothing.
Prefers the damage to kills. Maybe an intelligent play right here.
Point did switch over, but what is going to happen here is Windstorm going to hold on. Sound Barrier goes out. Genji's still on the point.
Concordia has control of the point. That's 95% going for them.
That's a
Windstorm
good kill.
is in a difficult position right now. Moneymaker resurrecting Croissant. They need the damage to get onto this point immediately. And now the Plug is trying to get back in slowly but surely. On the point right now. Croissant trying to deal the damage. He's got one. Can he get run? Of course he can, with Lord Sticky helping out. That makes a really good offensive play, 77%. They have to defend for a long time here.
Looks like we're going to have one more push on Concordia's side to try and turn this point over and win the round. No ults on either side, so it's just whoever gets the first pick in this fight could determine who's going to win it. And careful, Blesna looking for Conman's Roadhog, highly immobile.
Blesna utilizing those rockets. He almost has his ultimate. That's very nice for him. 98%. He will have the ultimate going into the fight. Immediately activates it. Gets to run, and Comment are out of this fight. And Windstorm Gaming will get this first point. No, not quite yet. Pink Panda using the mobility of Mercy to get the overtime going. Run is still on there, but he will get wiped out. Can anyone get that point? No go.
That was a really close round, closer than I expected on this round.
All right, so Windstorm celebrating that by jumping off a bridge. What's going on now?
We have a pause. Looks like Conman needs to restart his game. So,
well, we're going to have a bit of waiting time to analyze this first round, because even though it is only one round, it can be very telling for the rest of this game.
Absolutely.
It has been incredibly tight, and now we understand that either side could have chosen this map. They do feel or seem comfortable on the map right now. I do like how Croissant is playing. He's been doing
makes
really
me hungry
well.
every time I see his name pop up in the kill feed. But he has played well. Didn't troll us with the Bastion, but he performed later on. So it's really nice to see Windstorm, after not being able to hold that point and getting slaughtered 2 fights in a row, to actually come back and hold that point the entire game, even though they let it slip up to 99% at one point, but they played well after that.
They kept pushing forward, following their playstyle to the letter. I mean, if there was ever going to be a Windstorm round, that was probably it, even though they lost. I think it was 70% at the beginning. They did get back on that point, and they won the round. Good for them. Blesna, man, we're talking about Croissant getting the right picks in that game-changing fight, but Blesna, right after that, utilized the rockets to get the ultimate and really get the value off at the exact moment they needed it in that last fight.
Saw ultimate usage being absolutely critical. When Concordia tried to take that last fight with all their ults up, he just wiped everyone with his rocket barrage.
Conman and run with the victims that time. Let's see if he can make more victims right now. This fight is engaged. We are in the second round of Lijiang Tower. He is going to get the first blood. JMKZ trying to repeat the process on his side. Not too successful right now. A lot of life left on him. He is going to fall, and Pink Panda will commit seppuku to resurrect with her team.
That is a pretty Moira skin. That orb, if you get stuck in a room with that orb, it is awful.
It is awful.
It's the worst.
Incredibly difficult to deal with. You can't dodge around it. The range for it has been brutal so far. Goes through shields, as we've seen right now. And Mizo trying to protect himself. Look at that life. He is melting on their whiz.
Good idea to pick Zarya into that. Oh my god, the rocket barrage. Decimating everyone in the room.
Goodness, Blesna, what are you doing, my boy? Calm down.
All the bodies hit the floor immediately following that rocket barrage. And Concordia's going to have to reset here.
Man, a minefield, but with rockets. When you are fighting Blesna in an enclosed space like this, you absolutely cannot challenge him. He's been doing wonders with that. Now Wiz with the ultimate could provide assistance or change the course of the fight.
Bit too far.
Good trade so far on the side of Windstorm. They've been winning this fight right now. The orb is going to disrupt Mizo. He is charged. Nano boosted, doesn't matter.
You can see Moira's healing stats because while she does heal quite a decent amount, I feel like her damage is just insane in these close quarters, which is a good pickup on Windstorm's side.
The trade-off is too good right now. I feel like, yes, she can heal. That's probably not the main focus, but if you have that kind of healing paired up with that kind of damage, which is insane, by the way.
The bouncy ball of hate just does so much damage in that small room.
We have Blesna, Wiz, and the Plug right now. All three with their ultimates.
Concordia has to do something now.
They are ready to strike. They understand
Coalescence.
what's going on. Oop, a bit of a visual bug, but you can be assured
There you go.
that the ultimate was going off, and he was helping his team win this one pretty easily. Windstorm Gaming runs away with map number 1 after a second round. That was textbook Overwatch.
That was pretty much Windstorm being Windstorm that game. They performed up to the standard we hold them to, and the diva play of the game
Oh, of course.
is
with
how they won the last
the
round.
3-man ultimate. Oh, beautiful placement right in the air. Catches JMKZ, Stealth, and Pink Panda. That probably was the play that made them win the whole game. That changed the course of the whole fight, but also the first round. That was pretty tight. Now, can Concordia bounce back? The first thing you said going into this map was, I want to see it 2-1. I want Concordia to win at least one thing. Maybe.
They came close.
Yeah, they did come
1%.
close. What I want to know is, do they still have anything in the tank to play the second map and this third map at least? Because this is a 3 out of 5. Do not forget.
Absolutely.
And 3 out of 5s, man, they feel like marathons sometimes. When you're playing against the most difficult teams in the league, the best teams in the league, it is quite the challenging feat to accomplish.
So I'm pretty sure we're going to be headed onto an escort map now, either that or hybrid. I don't see Concordia picking another Koth map because Windstorm on Koth is just devastating, especially in those close quarters with Moira and what's her name, Farah.
And just the sense of a change of pace. Just
Yeah.
understanding, okay, we lost the King of the Hill map. I don't want to go back on that. Maybe we're going to see a 2CP at some point in this game. 2CPs have not been favored by teams so far this season, but they are quite interesting in terms of gameplay right now, because if you are proficient on them, practically nobody is practicing on those maps.
Especially dive being.
So we are headed to Dorado just to please us for the background. Beautiful snow
They
in
were
Dorado.
aware. Snow in Dorado. I don't know if that's snow. It looks like
Ash? No,
Cherry
it's
blossom?
not snow. It's cherry blossoms. I don't know.
is it Japan.
It's not Japan. Dorado is definitely not Japan, but it is snowing outside. At least it was raining, snowing,
Oh my
kind
God,
of.
it's
So
awful outside.
maybe that's
Get
the
indoors
idea.
if you're outside. Stay indoors. Don't go outside. Outside is bad.
Outside is bad? Outside is good, guys. Go outside and play some
It's
game.
good in other countries that are not minus 40.
Well, it's not minus 40.
I'm Greek. My country's always warm.
Yes, definitely. I would not mind a
Nobody
warm
has seen
country
snow
like that.
ever there to the extent we
Snow is
have.
awful. We are, although, headed to Dorado, and I'm now Dr. Seuss.
Mariachi music mariachi music
The
playing in the background.
mariachi music. Yes. This is very different from what is playing at my mother's house, which I have visited this past weekend. Let's just say the music
All right.
is very MOL-esque right now.
She playing Christmas music over and over.
Yes, she is. Of course she is.
The malls
Tis
are
the
awful.
season.
They've already started.
I know.
It's December tomorrow. They could start in December.
I know. They started November 1st, my guy. I've worked in retail for 6 years. I know what's up. I know Michael Bublé is my sworn
Oh my
enemy.
God. No, please save us.
Well. Dorado it is for Concordia Esports. This composition seems pretty solid. Run on Zarya and Conman on Junkrat. Let's see if that holds true. Windstorm is still on the red side and will start on offense. For the defensive side, Concordia choosing something a bit more traditional, but certainly effective.
I like this Bastion dance. That's pretty nice. The robot?
The robot.
All right. That was in Reinhardt somewhere. All right. Behind them. So pretty standard comps coming out from both of them.
I think this might be an interesting pick for Wiz. Oh, we just switched to Ana, but I think he understood in that last round that Moira was definitely a pick that Concordia might not be able to deal with. He is going with Ana, but I do not doubt that if he has any kind of trouble, he will switch back.
Fire Strike gets nobody.
Absolutely not. No way. Maizo
he
still
did.
has the high ground, though, with his team. They are trying to stop them. This match is started, and we are moving forward with that payload. Windstorm Gaming as
Running
one
the pirate
Croissant
ship comp.
already.
The pirate ship comp is the comp that uses Bastion, Orisa, and Torbjorn, and Windstorm is fully utilizing this pirate ship comp and just destroying
Nice
everything.
angle right now.
front.
Doesn't have a lot of life left. Moneymaker resurrects Blesna. Fell a bit earlier, and Blesna immediately finding a target in Conman. JamKZ will take care of Croissant. That's a bit of breathing room for Concordia. Same here for Wiz and Lord Sticky.
So as long as Concordia can keep their front line alive and get that defense matrix on the Bastion, they should have really no problem dealing with the turrets. And they fully repel Windstorm's attack.
And JamKZ's doing well. 2 picks right now. He's helping his team maintain their position. They are as one. Pink Panda and Mizo all have their ultimates. And JamKZ, Stealth, and Conman are soon to follow. Run is lagging a bit behind in that department, but I don't think it matters as much when you have the defense matrix to stabilize your team as well as Run is doing. He switched from Zarya to D.Va.
It's pretty much a right-click bot this fight, trying to keep the Bastion, and now they've switched off Bastion, and they switched off Orisa, which is kind of weird since they had built so much charge on them, but...
And just as I
Conman,
predicted, Wiz switched immediately to Moira. Whenever he saw an opportunity to do it, just did it. The Transcendence to help his team. No
Saves
one is
them.
going to fall in there. That's very good. Good presence of mind from Stealth to use the Transcendence.
You gotta stop the payload, though. The payload's still moving. But this is where you want to hold it on Dorado. You want to hold it under that arch and stop the other team from getting any further.
Nice, the ultimate from JamKZ.
Good
catches
stagger
Wiz
there.
off guard. Man, they are doing quite well right now in the payload map. Maybe this is their saving grace. Let's see how Windstorm adapts. Blesna is going for cheeky plays. Croissant backing up, trying to disrupt the team. Time shift.
Dragon Blade out. Oh, Lord Sticky gets stealth.
Man.
Unfortunately, no Transcendence for that fight.
The plug is going to take care of Run. Moneymaker is the only one to find the ground so far for Windstorm. Croissant will catch Mizo. Couple of resurrections going the way of Concordia. Not enough, though, not to win the fight. They
Not sure if that grab was worth it in the end. You only got one. And
well, they stabilized pretty well.
it's weird. Why did Windstorm back off? All right.
Interesting. Moneymaker did quite the job in the support department. Blessman's going to
You have died.
Okay.
That was weird to see all of Windstorm turn back and chase that one player. Here we go, the 1v1. The very sad.
Lord Sticky, he's going to use the explosive. Don't play with explosives, kids.
Watch the payload, it's still moving.
Still moving, but without the tank to protect the rest of the team, it's going to be very difficult to maintain position on that payload. They still have not found the first checkpoint. Windstorm Gaming only has 30 seconds left. Can they do anything with those crucial seconds? JamKZ has an ultimate. He is so
They're waiting to wipe them. He has to stay alive, though, if he wants to use his ultimate.
Absolutely. He needs to
big
stay
air shatter.
here. Wants to reach him, can't. Is he going to use the ultimate? He is the only man standing for his team and immediately falls for the plug. Conman soon
Will
to
it get
follow.
into overtime, though? That's the key point. If he gets into overtime, it's going to be
think they will.
close. 1.7.
Well. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Good on Windstorm for reaching that before overtime. That would have been incredibly difficult to come back from. Blesna still trying to harass Concordia.
And Lord Sticky landed a crucial Earth Shatter. He got Misa and he got Conman. The Riptire and the Earth Shatter didn't go off for Concordia, and that probably cost him that fight.
Positioning from Concordia was good so far. They made one mistake, and that was all that Windstorm needed. Blesna going so low right now, and Wiz in the back trying to heal people.
All right.
He's going to get Croissant. That's enough for him. Oh, nice combo there!
Oh my god. Coalescence on the grab. This could be deadly.
Man, that ultimate is incredibly difficult to deal with. Look at this. It is still pretty blue on that kill feed. Concordia dominating that fight.
Conman coming up big, picking off the Pharah, who ulted. Probably didn't know Conman was behind him, just got bombed to death in the sky.
Surprise effect.
Sneaky Junkrat.
And now Concordia still have the advantage in ultimates, and I do not believe they will have time to do 2 or 3 fights, so it's going to be a tight race to see if Windstorm can advance that payload. If they can win the next team fight,
interestingly enough, they switched off Reinhardt and they're getting Winston, but Winston gets slapped to death by Ryan. 60 seconds left and no front line.
Blesna and Lord
Tac Visor.
completely annihilated.
Gets nobody,
Coruscant with
so
the
close.
ultimate, and nothing happened with that. Mizo basically wasting his ultimate. Not great for Concordia. They have 2 in the bank, but Moneymaker has his, and that's a lot of
Pinball of
tempo you
hate.
don't want to lose.
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
Unfortunate pick for Concordia. Their support dropping down.
Let's see what happens now. Windstorm Gaming on the verge of getting there. They just need a couple of feet left. They have 25 seconds. Can they win this fight? They have the advantage in numbers.
Attack Visor coming out.
Finish it off. JamKZ with the ultimate is trying to find a target. They hide
Needs
behind
to find
the wall.
that Pharah. But he's being harassed so much by Winston.
And we are going to see a repeat of the first checkpoint. Windstorm are playing with fire, and it's working out for them, but this time, I doubt we won't
They're going to
see
try
overtime.
and stop it right before he hits there, so he gets to overtime. That's why Stealth Transcendence. Are we going to see a wipe here? Rocket
Yeah, that
Sticky
second
falls
point.
here. It could be bad. Oh, Johnny.
Well, JamKZ, first victim, second victim is run, and now you don't have a lot of
He's going to get rezzed.
stopping power.
Ooh, Nurse Shatter went down. Don't know on who, though.
Run trying to escape his fate.
The
Mizo.
Transcendence is going to keep them alive. Concordia is still on this point. Spectators all over the place.
Not exactly what you want right now. Conman has his
Oh,
Graviton
no.
Surge.
And our TV's gone again. Oh, now it's back.
Oh, it's back. Okay. We are experiencing very incredible
The ghosts.
play, but I think something's happening on the side of Windstorm. They don't want us to see the cheese.
They don't want us to see the secret strats. Those blackouts are secret strats to confuse the casters.
It's because they're making plays, but they're 18 plus, you know.
18 oh no. This is a family stream. Please.
Family stream.
So Concordia's gonna want to use that grab this fight. They're gonna really want to use it on priority targets and then rocket barrage them down.
Now it's going to get
They got everyone up
increasingly
there,
difficult.
but JamKZ gonna fall.
Croissant with that beautiful pick on a moving target. JamKZ falls flat to the floor against the ultimate of Croissant. Positioning really, man. Croissant is the kind of guy that's going to make a mistake and immediately correct it. You saw that the positioning on his first ultimate was not stellar, and now he goes back, just picks the right angle, immediately picks up JamKZ, and basically wins his fight for his
That's
team.
a good pick, actually.
Yeah, come on, man. Doing all right,
Switching
JamKZ.
up to Monkey, so dual tanks right now.
And now you see that JamKZ
Dragon
not
becomes-
very willing to go too deep into this. Aha! The plug is saying, no, you are not rocket barraging me here, my friend.
Croissant falls. Beautiful, delicious pastry falls.
Have 55 seconds to get to that point. Can they do it?
Looks like they're going to get it.
Trying to fall back, can't do it. Now Concordia has the advantage 2-0, 2 minutes and 16 seconds to get pretty much to the very end of this.
Yep. Lord Sticky, if you fall here, his positioning tonight has not really been as flawless as it usually is.
No, it hasn't, but Run getting 2 picks like this.
Time for the spawn camp. Big shatter coming out. Wiz getting so low.
I want to move forward as much as possible.
Yeah,
He
that's
has
a
a
bit too
transcendence, can protect his
forward.
team right now. What's going to happen? Wiz is the pillar of this defense.
Oh, big shatter.
Can he make it happen? Run is the first victim for Croissant. Lord Sticky P getting Mizo. That is a shutdown Concordia. They will have to fall back and try again.
You saw Concordia had the right intention there to trap them in the spawn and get as many meters as they needed out of that. But then I think they understood that the trance was coming and got scared and fell back and then just got earth shattered completely.
And now Concordia has the difficult task of challenging Windstorm 3-1 in terms of ultimates.
And the payload's not really in a great spot because you're going to have to fight up here, then you're going to have to fall back down to get that payload. Angry Monkey.
This corridor very well
He's
placed
gonna
right now.
fall so quickly.
Holy moly! Blesna nano boosted. Completely sublime play from Windstorm Gaming, defending their territory with might Concordia is the victim of foul play. Windstorm Gaming not playing nice.
No, not on this point.
They will elbow you in the sides. It doesn't matter to them.
Cheap shot.
They'll get the fouls, and LeBron will get out of this court.
Got ejected last night.
He did.
First time
He did
ever.
get ejected. That I know. I saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter,
Just
guys.
eject Blesna for BM. You're out of here.
You're out of here.
Oh, here we go.
Course not.
Poisson gets 2 picks immediately right off that fight. Conman coming back to life. Can he survive this onslaught?
10 seconds.
This is the last
Maiso
fight we're
got-
going to see, probably. Look at this kill feed. Back and
All
forth
right.
between the teams. Maiso is on the payload, but not anymore. Overtime is called, but not going to be relevant. Man, Windstorm Gaming doing so well. Second map for them. Absolutely fantastic.
They had a few mistakes, but they came back from their mistakes and held that last point pretty well, I must say.
The 2 maps we've seen so far have played pretty much exactly the same.
Oh, this was
Concordia
deadly.
getting the early lead, and then immediately after, Windstorm understanding, hey, this is our game now. And this is how the second round happened. Concordia understanding immediately what they had to do, pushed forward as fast as they could, and then Windstorm understood what they had to change in their playstyle to stop that onslaught of offense from Concordia. And now they are up 2 games.
Yep. Windstorm played the last 2 points, they played them pretty well. Comparatively to the first one, they got really low, Lord Sticky out of position, and that might hurt him in the finals if they get to there. We're not there yet, but if they get to the finals, that might hurt their chances.
Lord Sticky, remember, is the newest player in the lineup for Windstorm Gaming. So maybe a bit of cohesion, team cohesion to still implement in his playstyle. But we know he is talented, and these slight mistakes need to be corrected, but I don't doubt they will be.
And
before the
often
finals.
with a main center tank like Reinhardt is, your team plays around him. So if your team doesn't move as one around the Reinhardt, there is a chance that he will die, and then your backline is completely exposed.
And this is what happened in the 2 first offensive plays for Concordia. The first one, where he was completely out of position, got caught. That's one mistake. The second time they fought, he let JMKZ roam free. He didn't protect the backline. All the 2 offensive players got immediately wiped out, and one of the supports, and that completely lost them the fight. They couldn't challenge after that, got the first checkpoint. Concordia did not quite make it, but we are not done with this game yet. We are going to head into another map. We don't know which one it is
Concordia
quite
has
yet.
a pick, I believe, for the map choice.
They know what they have done wrong. If Dorado was their best map, what would be their second best?
Oh man, putting me on the spot.
That's what I'm for.
Let me think.
I'm here for that. That's the only reason they put me here.
I know Kings Row is a comfort pick for many teams. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a Kings Row come out of this. I'm not 100% sure, but let's say I'm a good 80% sure.
Okay, so at least leveling the playing field, understanding that we need comfort, and even though we might give that one to Windstorm 2,
The thing
at
with
least we
picking
can play an
Kings
even
Row,
round.
it's like a double-sided coin. It's like, yes, you're good on it, so is the other team. Every team is good on Kings Row.
It is the classic Overwatch map. That and probably Dorado. I'd say one of the most iconic maps is Watchpoint Gibraltar. But
Going to Junkertown. Everyone
Junkertown.
hates Junkertown. Let's go on Junkertown.
let's go on Junkertown. Maybe this is the kind of
This is
map
the-
that they need to pull out in
It's how
order
you
to
throw
win a
them
game.
off. You just take Junkertown. Everyone doesn't know how to play Junkertown and just lose straight up.
I mean, I wouldn't put it beyond
Kings Row.
Windstorm to go on Junkertown, but we're not headed to Junkertown. We are
Aw,
headed to
feels
Kings
bad,
Row.
man.
Well,
I called it.
yeah, the comfort pick. I mean,
Mizoja tonight. Dimitri, 100%.
100%.
Sort of, maybe.
Sort of. You called
I
the.
called the 2-1, so I lost my $2.
I mean, you
Feels
called
bad.
King of the Hill for Windstorm,
I did.
and you called
Dude, I'm good.
Payload for Concordia. So I'd say 100%.
Hey.
But we are not done yet. If
I
Concordia
probably have one
managed to
more.
win this one, We'll
I hope
have
they do.
more. Huh?
I hope they do.
I hope they do because we want more Overwatch,
We do
but
want
also
more
because
Overwatch.
I want to see Windstorm being challenged. This is one of the teams in this season that has not necessarily been challenged by the most teams. I mean, they won all of their games except for the one against Rivals, and Rivals has been uncontested completely the whole season. So, what happens now is if Windstorm don't get that slight push that they need, don't get that wake-up call, we need to improve our game to go against Rivals in the finals, maybe they're going to forget.
And they might feel that way after watching their performance tonight. Like, Concordia has had them on the ropes for maybe like 50 to 60% of that map until they get their stuff together and actually hold those points.
The score lies. This game is a lot tighter than it seems. Even at 2-0, Concordia is pulling off some pretty crazy plays, and they are giving a run for their money to Windstorm. Look, for Lord Sticky P right now, what we have to see is just tight, solid play around his supports. Just protect him with all of your soul. And once you're done with that,
Yeah.
just hammer a bit.
And it's hard to, since you're playing with Anna, who needs to actually look at you and shoot you, and your Moira is really trying to land those orbs and be all over the place, so it's hard for him to stay alive too. But at the same time, King's Row feels like that map where your tank matters so much.
This might be why the composition has felt a bit on the weak side for Lord Sticky. These two supports are not especially good at focus healing any specific target.
If the biotic nade is down, then it's really hard.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Moneymaker is going to have his work cut out for him in this one. He's going to have to pick the targets up of Concordia, and he's going to have to heal his teammates as much as possible because Wiz is heavily focused on dealing that damage with the orbs. And in King's Row, the potential for that is quite there. We're going to see a couple of ones already. Just deal a bit of trash damage, and it works out. The first engagement is called. And now Mizo mirroring the movements for Lord Sticky. Gonna try to dive into it.
Interesting.
Not protecting a lot of targets right now. Lord Sticky.
Blesna almost has that rip tire.
Again, a bit out of position. Gonna try to reposition himself with that charge.
Oof, that was a lot of damage.
That hurts, but he's not down. Run is being resurrected. Lord Sticky falls.
Pretty awesome
finally.
mechanics. They're using the second bomb to rocket himself up there after missing the first one.
Blesna, such a talented player mechanically. He's got his ultimate. He just needs to find the right spot and stealth. Wow, living to his namesake. What a beautiful stealthy play. This God Blesna blindsided him, but it's not enough for Concordia to win this one. They did get one tick of this first checkpoint, but they need more.
They do need more, and you need 3 actually to cap this point.
Oh, really?
Just to let you know. But ult's not in the favor of Concordia right now. They got 2. They got the Rocket Barrage and Valkyrie, I think it's still called. Here we go, Conman. Are we going to see a Sky Bomb, though? Oh, no. But he died while doing that. Interesting.
Well, Croissant,
oh, no.
He has the ultimate. That's so effective. Wiz is getting 2 picks with that ultimate. Beautiful.
And it looks like we're going to have another reset here for Concordia. Oh.
What? That precision on Croissant with the Helix Rocket. Look at that.
Nasty.
These boys are doing so well. Windstorm Gaming finally finding the right cohesive play on defense, especially for that first point on King's Road. This is vital to them. Aww.
He's mad.
He saw that, Blesna. We saw that.
Someone go clip that and send it to him.
You can't hide from us.
Hammer down. Hootie, hammer down.
Nice charge from Sticky.
Oof, the sleep. And we're going to see more of the same.
All right, falling back now. Stealth charging. Trying to protect himself. Only 2 supports left in this one.
This is what we talked about. King's Row, while it might be maybe your best map, it is also the other team's best map. And it is a hard map to push on. If the other team plays solid around their tanks and refuses to let those tanks drop, you're going to have a bad day.
And a bad day Concordia is having right now. Look at that, though. Conman using the angles, the geometry. He learned it at school. Don't get out of school, kids. Wiz on Conman.
Pushing them
Croissant.
back, but this point is all alone. Really weird position. I'm not sure why they're down there, but
And they fall back on the point. Mizo is running so low, and he has to
capping
run
it.
away. Croissant picking up that health back on the way there. He's going to fall back. Still has the vantage point. Look at that. He's harassing the team, even though they are getting those ticks.
they need to get him down somehow. But they're having such an awkward time trying to kill the soldier.
Well, they finally got the first point, and Croissant is not going to be with his team for a little while, so they're going to move forward just a tiny bit more. Conman tried to get the pick. Oh, no,
slaps
it's
the wall. All right.
He's in the air.
He's still in the air.
He's flying.
It's a man. It's a plane. It's Doomfist.
Weirdly enough, I think this is one of the most
Sneaky
negative
fist?
aspects of Doomfist as a character. You
He
are
goes
a
in.
sitting duck once you are in the air, unless you have a way to get back down. You use
He's
your
looking.
cooldowns.
He's looking for those supports. He sees
yeah.
an Ana, and she's like, "That's the juicy
down
turn."
on Wiz,
But he gets
the
slipped.
Flame Dart! What a beautiful
Bye-bye.
play by Moneymaker. He survives though. No way. Getting chased down by Blesna. The aim on that man. He's
Doomfist
not
was like,
clowning
"I got
right
it,
now."
boys," and then just died.
Picking up the slack. Jam KZ and Pink Panda though.
That's 2 picks. They need to get that soldier down. Oh,
Cheeky play. Moneymaker trying to get something here. To have the grenade. He does now. And all blue on that kill feed. Windstorm Gaming is defending really well.
they are. They used a lot of ults there, but comparatively, Concordia used the same amount of ults. So we're getting into like a weird point of the game where it's kind of like a stalemate. So whoever cracks first will get the point for the other one. If that makes sense.
Look at that composition from Windstorm, though. How 100% meta is this? All of those characters are so effective where they are. Blesna gets Mizo. Important pick. And now you don't have a front line. You
He's
have
back.
to resurrect, lose the tempo. Not great for Concordia right now, and
Oh,
they
that's
know
a
it.
big charge.
And heal back up with Wiz on the charge. Lord Sticky trying to get Mizo. He will eventually hammer him down.
You're going to be okay.
Panda just accepting her fate.
Yeah. Pink Panda.
No, don't teabag. Kids, don't teabag at home.
I will keep you.
Never teabag. Even though it feels pretty great when you do it.
Oh,
Want to have story time with Demi? DFT at teabag people on the test, the official Blizzard stream.
Man, Windstorm, I don't know. The expected, I guess. The usual suspects. I don't. I see it. I see you. I see you.
Oh no.
Prasad with two beautiful high noon picks. He's in the air. He gets picked, but it doesn't matter. They got the advantage in trades.
Doomfist hunting those supports. Actually gets the Ana. He's looking.
Doomfist. Wow. You're not going away. Blesna destroying Conman. 3 seconds left.
Uh-oh. the sky tire. Oh, alright. This is just a comedy of explosions.
They have the overtime, but it is pointless. They will not go further. Concordia only getting 1 and a tiny bit of movement
Stop
forward.
teabagging.
Look,
I know it's great. I know it feels great. I gotta stop that. Teabag is life. Alright. What does Concordia do this game? Tell me. You're the analyst now.
I'm the analyst now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm the analyst now. Now, the thing is, Concordia is very stressed right now. It
You can
feels
say that.
like they are pressing the issue a bit too much. They need to relax. They need to find center. Mizo is going forward and doing pretty much exactly the things that we were berating Lord Sticky for doing earlier, and that's not good. If you are moving forward without the help of your entire team when you're playing Reinhardt, you are just feeding the enemy some ultimate, and you don't want to do that against Windstorm because look at this composition.
Oddly enough, I'd like to see either the Winston Rhine come back or the Rhine Diva come back. I feel that even though with the grab being such a pivotal ability in this game, they are lacking the harassment power on targets like Soldier or maybe even this Hanzo Widow that's going to come out from Windstorm.
Now, the really tricky thing here is, I think Run, if he dies early, will immediately go back to Diva and run on that point as fast as possible, because if Windstorm do get the first point, it probably won't end up being the same kind of timing as when Concordia did last round.
They're going to have 6 minutes to try and get that bad boy all the way there.
Yeah, exactly. And this is going to be
Sneaky.
a different kind of approach, because Windstorm, if they do get stalled on that first point, doesn't matter, because once they win a fight, usually Windstorm, they don't win very difficult fights. They wipe out or they lose.
That's a lot of damage actually coming out. Conman already had 20% ult with the sneaky trap by the door.
Interesting.
He needs to get that Riptire as quickly as possible. The Ball of Hate doing so much damage on the back line.
Sticky on the front line. On the verge of getting there. Croissant getting stealth. That is a beautiful pick. Want him back in the fight. Pink Panda utilizing that resurrection.
That's not really who you want to res on for. You kind of want to save that res for a tank, but you have no choice since he drops so quickly. Double sniper just...
Ooh, Croissant is
Lord
so
Sticky's
low.
so low as well. Myso actually even lower.
Yeah, and he was grenaded, and now both of them fall. No more Reinhardt's in play.
Nobody's allowed to Rein.
Yeah, and Pink Panda is down. No resurrection in
Zarya
play
is
either.
so charged. Here comes a... Oh, what a snipe.
One tick already, and Croissant and Comment both get picks. The trades are coming in, and that's what I was talking about now.
Put that in your
Windstorm
montage.
Usually wipe out or lose. Let's see what they do now. If they can keep up this tempo, they might win this game.
Here comes the Grav. Trying to wipe off... Are we going to see a Grav Hanzo?
Oh, you're definitely going to see it at some point, but maybe not for that first one. They might want to keep it in the bag for that next push, because they don't have a long way to go. They are moving forward. They want this payload to run in the direction they needed to go, because right now, look at these ultimates. 4 ultimates on the side of Windstorm. Concordia only has 2, and that's Pink Panda and Run. These are not exactly the ultimates you want to stall this fight as much as possible.
Concordia might have a bad day here. They are going to get grabbed, Hanzo'd, and Kamehameha to death. If that comes to fruition, while it may not, we could all hope for that Nano Boost Kamehameha.
Blesna being sneaky. That Grav might be the end of Concordia.
Concordia shoots theirs first. Junkrat suicides into the team.
Trades coming in.
Here it
Comment
goes.
getting resurrected by Pink Panda.
The Transcendence actually nullifying that completely. Concordia actually takes the upper hand on that fight.
That is incredibly important. Completely wasted on the bubble by Mizo. Great positioning from him. He wanted to defend himself with that ultimate. Completely wasted it. Lord Sticky making one of the biggest misplays we have seen so far on King's Row.
We saw Stealth actually expecting the Hanzo grab, since he was holding his trance just for that. As soon as the grab came out, he popped that trance and saved his entire team. And I think that confused Windstorm so much that they just dropped instantly. But this point is moving forward as we speak.
Man.
What
if Sticky right now had his ultimate? What if he hadn't wasted it? They would almost be assured to win it. Now he dies immediately as he charged JMKs. He doesn't even get the kill on him. But Blesna doing so well for his team. They are moving forward. Can they make it happen? Yes, Windstorm Gaming runs away with it. They are going to the finals next week against Rivals. The 2 teams at the top all season will face each other. Not a lot of surprises here, but man, is this exciting, because last time we saw them play, it was explosive, and I'm waiting for Windstorm to surprise.
Big nasty Zarya, fully charged. Wrecking house here.
Look at the plug. What great plays from him. That Zarya was all over the place in that second round. Good on Windstorm for getting there. With a couple of misplays on the side of Sticky, we know he can do better. We know he has the talent for it. But as we said earlier, maybe a bit of miscommunication with his team. Not exactly the oldest member of Windstorm Gaming, but he can get there. We know he can. We've seen him all season with Beaver Riders. He's been doing fantastically well. And with a team like Windstorm, he can go to such heights, and Rivals will probably sweat a tiny bit in that finals.
If Windstorm does fix their little mistakes they had in those games and maybe shore up like positioning movements, we could see some very good, very close finals game. And that's not all she wrote for Concordia, actually.
No,
we still have
because
the
they
third
are
place
going.
match.
Yeah, they are going to play the match for third place at the finals next week. So we will have a match between Concordia and Mirage. Now, this match going to be interesting because last night Mirage lost to Rivals in a bit of a weird fashion. They had to forfeit because they didn't have their 6 players. There was a bit of a miscommunication
Roster
between the team.
confusions.
Yeah, a bit of confusion, but it was looking like a tight game. And if Concordia can beat Mirage, man, they are proving their worth here in this season with a record of 3-4, exactly the same as Mirage. Let's see how they fare against each other. But the main course, Rivals versus
Yummy.
Windstorm. Look, I can't praise Blesna enough for his mechanical skills. Croissant has been doing incredibly well, has been surprising during the course of these playoffs. But you got to give it to Wiz. In 2 weeks, he learned a character that is incredible. Like, you cannot say that Moira is not a mechanically difficult character.
She has teleports, heals, damage.
Yes, she is incredibly difficult to manage, and in the right hands, she can do wonders, and Wiz is definitely the guy with the right hands.
And we saw that, like, a team that does not practice Moira had a disadvantage versus a team that does practice Moira. So
Absolutely. Well,
could come into hand next week.
what we are going to do now is give you the rundown for what's going to happen next week. Next Saturday.
Well, this Saturday, I think. Wait.
This Saturday,
This
actually.
Saturday.
Well, next Saturday, which is in 2 days. That's exactly what
All right, Mr. Technical. All right.
I lost myself.
We gotcha.
Saturday, December 2nd. Be there. It will be at Montreal Esports. But if you can't make it here, you can always watch the stream with the twitch.tv/Montreal MTL Esports. Or you can follow us on Facebook for the Montreal Overwatch League, Montreal Esports, whatever you want.
And if you would like to come here live, contact either the Montreal Overwatch admins or the admins of your team, and they will contact them for you and see how many spots they could get.
Exactly.
If you're a Concordia student, I'll hook you up, boy.
Talk to the man. Talk to the man. Thank you very much for watching tonight. This has been quite the game. A lot tighter than the score shows. 3-0 for Windstorm Gaming. We will see them, both of these teams, we will see next Saturday, actually.
Saturday.
Saturday. In 2 days. I'm sorry about that. In 2 days, this weekend, we will see both of these go against, respectively, Rivals Gaming for the finals and Mirage Esports for the third place match. What an exciting weekend we have ahead of us. Thank you very much for watching. Please follow the Twitch page for Montreal Overwatch and Montreal Esports if you want to see all of the action for what's going on with both of those channels. Follow us on Facebook. I've been the Movie Bear.
I've been Dimitri.
And thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
Closing words?
Let's have some good games. No teabag, kids.
Don't